just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Washington Huskies, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Here's the handoff. There he goes. Gets it past the marker. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
That's a really good-looking run, too. And when you think back to Washington football, we talk a lot about the quarterbacks they've had, these great aerial assaults, but they've always needed to have balance as well. You get that by running the football, and this guy really helps keep defenses honest because they don't know what's coming at them. With a weapon like him in the backfield, he really makes this offense go.
That's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athlete.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit, too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Stealing a score on special teams. The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. You think you're getting the offense, the football back, but how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you, get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They punted on the opening possession of the game. Might still have a few plays left on that opening script. Quickly out to the tight end. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Just a quick rhythm throw there, and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives him the ball in prime field position at the 40.
Just such a nice job by him, understanding his responsibility in that cover 2 zone scheme. He's just floating over the middle of the field. He's just very aware of tight ends and running backs around him. And as soon as he sees color, as soon as he sees an intended target, he's already running that way. He's able to jump the throw and pick it up.
Off the play fake on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Past the first down marker and still running. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
That's a great-looking run there. Nebraska has had such a great lineage of running back. When you think back to the great Roger Craig or Amon Green, Lawrence Phillips, or Rex Burkhead, they always seem to be pumping somebody up into the NFL. This guy has a chance to play on Sunday because of his skills.
Looking downfield on first down. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing...
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Husker!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Pass completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Shoots it to the left. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get it.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving a change impossible. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to buy time. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
Third down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You know, you got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. Quarterback completes and gets another first down. Got to be a little bit more mindful of where those sticks are.
And the Huskies are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Dallas. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. And he was able to break one tackle, Jesse, and almost got away from another.
Man, this secondary, this defense, they better pack a lunch. When this guy has the football, you've got to get bodies to him, and you better wrap up those legs and hold on tight. This dude's hard to tackle.
The Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Got some room in it to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Here coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
The kick is up and good and puts one more on the lead. So a dynamite play there, 99 yards. He took it back for the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the snap, it's Beard. Quarterback adapted. Got rid of it just in time. The flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The snap sets up the throw. That's caught. It's Dallas. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Quickly to the tight end. Breaks into the open. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Man, what a weapon in this offense to have. That you can throw the football to, not just over the middle, not just to move the sticks, but a guy like this that can absolutely blaze, like a Warren, like a Bowers we've seen over the years, that can make huge plays down the field after the catch.
They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets them up. 1st and 10 from the 36. Quickly complete. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. That's what a modern fullback has to do, almost like a tight end, to be able to be there and be available for the quarterback in the passing game, Jeff.
Yeah, you got to be able to do a lot of different things, Reese, no doubt about it. It's not just blocking, but it's lining up at different spots all over the field as well, running routes, and then being a viable option for your quarterback.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. They'll try to get the first through the air. Hit as he throws. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down.
Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They feed him again. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Huskies.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
The AT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Alabama is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe the Tide can't roll back into this one. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Texas A&M. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting.
Turning it on! They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Huskers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking to throw on first down. He's got his man. Spins away. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. Takes it the other way. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
Gives it to the back on the draw.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And the Huskies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. On the run, still looking. Trying to escape and get it himself. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And he just does enough to get that first down. It wasn't pretty. It's not going to look great on the stat sheet. I know he ran a very long way to go get that 1 or 2 yards to move the sticks. But at the end of the day, awesome individual effort to keep this drive going.
Fires on the move. Complete to the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Really nice looking pass there. You think about all the great Washington quarterbacks, right? Warren Moon, the Heward brothers, Mark Brunell, Jake Browning. The greatest quarterback name in college football history, Sonny Sixkiller. That guy was throwing seeds at the University of Washington. This dude right here, putting on his best Sonny Sixkiller impersonation.
Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
Got it in the middle, it's Banks. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Touchdown, Washington! The offense cashing it in on that drive. Boy, we've got offenses just flat getting it done. I wonder how the defenses are going to counter all of this firepower.
They are too, Reese. They're wondering how they're going to counter this offense. As you've seen the explosion, it's so hard, so much speed, and such effort like that. Offenses just, they got the upper hand.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Making side adjustments here. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Washington.
Out of the gun to give to the back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the move, it's Dobbs. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Washington.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's got great speed. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Rushes on him. Finds his man open. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Nebraska. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Got his man downfield. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it first and 10 just outside the 40. Wants to throw on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. And mind this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Looking downfield on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Terrell. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Catch in the middle, it's Terrell. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. He's got an open man. Oh, there's an alley to the left. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and they'll take it in. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. To the air on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Quickly complete. Bulldozes his way through. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, I always say this, when you're backed up on offense, those are some of the best opportunities to take deep shots. In all likelihood, the defense is expecting run. You're going to try and buy yourself a little bit of real estate, so they're playing press man coverage, and that's when you want to take advantage of that coverage. But the defense doing a really good job on the back end that time.
Looking for a huge play. Snags it down the right side. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, Washington.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Washington, 28.
Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Reels it in down the left side. Off to the races. Touchdown, Husker. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They say there's no more loyal fan base than the one at Nebraska. Well, this guy's becoming their hero with this performance.
And Nebraska fans have a special place in their heart for a quarterback that can run it, that can throw it, show you all the dimensions of their game because they've had so many great ones in the past. And this guy, he looks like the future.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop. Or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
What he was thinking on that play.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Not a lot of good plays for 3rd in California, so you're just trying to get a completion and help out your punter, but they can't even get that executed.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. He might just try to keep it away from this guy after a house call came after the first punt. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. Crosses the 30. He's got away. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Might be looking to run. Throws for the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Minnesota is ahead right now in Minneapolis, but that's not exactly Bronco Nagurski out there controlling the game. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by 6 over Bowling Green. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Rolling right and going deep. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
That QB might want to register as a 501c3. With the amount of donations he is making to the other team right now, interception number 4 now, putting his team in a bad position time and time again. We might want to start thinking about a change here.
They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback.
Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Caught over the middle. It's Banks. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Back to pass on second down. Looking to scramble. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
This defense so far, they've understood the mission. The mission is to get this fast, speedy quarterback on the ground. And they've got to him early, they've got to him often, and most importantly, they continue to get him on the ground and create these negative plays for this offense that creates a big hole for him.
Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Well, in a situation like that where it's third and long, there's not a lot of plays to get that thing completed and keep the drive moving. So you're just trying to buy yourself some real estate and help your punter out.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Unloads to the wideout. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
To the air on second down. Using his legs to buy some time. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Huskers!
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. How about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
It's a draw. At the 35, he's loose. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Great job by the quarterback, the running back, and the offensive line, really selling pass. That's step one. If you're going to run an effective draw, it's got to look like pass, and then boom, you sneak it right to the running back, gets a big gain, and gets a first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Dobbs. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going.
Oh, he wants it all. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had it.
He's got it inside the 25. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
I would love to sit here and tell you that was the greatest play call ever, and the offensive coordinator is a genius. I think that was some really bad defense.
On first and goal, let's see what Washington does. Wants to throw it. Touchdown, Huskies. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last two plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
And he puts through the extra point. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Touchdown, Huskies. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who's the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
Washington, 42.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. And the Huskers want to crank the tempo.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Got it in the middle. It's Terrell. Oh, he's got some space. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would...
There he goes. Touchdown, Nebraska. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
42.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Banks. That's a kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Jukes his way for more. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the 1st down.
Pickup of 10. 1st down for the offense.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. So 1st down will open up the final period.
Military stun! Military stun!
Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Saunders. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. It's complete. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw again. Pressure coming. Chunked it away just as he was hit.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Makes the grab. Touchdown, Huskies. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Number 82.
In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
They want to throw it. Under fire. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well, then I'd give back that last score. And here he comes out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Finds his tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you could tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
They shut it down quickly, but he gets two out to the 18. The Cornhuskers want to move quickly. Quarterback may change this route. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Makes the grab, he's got a first down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Ball is at the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on fourth down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but
he's taking the shot. Catch inside the 25. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
Salt into a wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.